Hey, what's up, dudes? We are back for another video, and today I wanted to show you guys a little piece of tech that I think you're going to enjoy. It's also pretty small, so stick around because I'm going to be telling you guys all about this cool product that will help you in your maybe your streams, or I don't know, maybe your videos. I'm talking like $15, okay? Now, when it comes to like live streaming and recording videos and whatnot, you need something to connect your cam, you need something to connect your console, and it's pretty cool, and I wanted to tell you guys about it. The best source of getting information out there is to share it with as many people as you can, and when you find something as good as this, you want to share it. And I wanted to show you guys exactly how cool it is for the price. So this piece of tech right here is a capture card. I know it's small. Normally you think of capture cards as a big device you got to plug in. It's a whole assortment of problems and issues and whatnot, but I'm here to tell you guys that this is a nice little gem that I found through watching some other content creators, and I think you guys should maybe pick one up just because of how cheap it actually is. Now, this device is going between anywhere around $12 to $45 on Amazon, and I'll post some links down into the description down below so you guys can get access to it. 1080p, 30 FPS, 720, 60 capture card right here in the palm of your hand, and you don't have to do too much to get it working. You literally plug it in and get it situated. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean. So here is the actual device itself, and you can see how small it is. It's almost the size of my thumb. So not only is this pretty cheap to purchase, but it's also fairly well made. It's made out of what feels like a nice aluminum. It feels pretty thick and heavy to the touch, and it's got a little weight to it. Heavy to the touch, that doesn't even make sense. It's an HDMI capture card. It transmits over USB, and let me tell you how cool this actually is, because it's not what you would normally think of as a capture card. This is actually USB 2.0. For what this is, you're getting a hell of a bang for your buck, because this thing will capture 4K signal, it'll capture 1080p 60, it'll capture most anything you can throw at it. From my testing, it's been able to capture, you know, old school game consoles to new school game consoles, a 4K camera, a 4K, you know, output from your graphics card or anything like that. It'll downscale it to 1080p 30, but just so you know, this will take almost any signal I can throw at it that I have in, I don't know, my reach. Because it's USB 2.0, it allows you to take any sort of extension cable you might have, and I happen to have one here. You take a little extension like this, simple, you plug it in, you take the other side and you plug that into your computer, then you take any sort of HDMI input source, stick it into that bad boy, and within seconds, it's already set up and ready to go. You don't have to get any special firmware, you don't have to get any special drivers or anything like that. You plug this in, it automatically sets it up for you, and you're good to go. And I'm going to show you guys that right now and right here, just to make sure you guys can see exactly what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and take the end of my USB extension cable here. Now this is, I don't know, 3 feet or so. I'm gonna plug this bad boy in. Now I'm gonna take the dongle here, the little capture card. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in there, and I'm gonna take the source from my camera that you guys can't really see, but this is the HDMI coming from this camera here, my little cat cam here. I'm gonna plug it into this source, so I'm gonna go ahead and unplug it. Now that I've unplugged my camera, I'm gonna go ahead and hide my screen, and we're gonna open up OBS, which I've already opened, and I have a blank scene here. I'm gonna go ahead and add a source right after I go ahead and plug in my camera. So I plugged it into the new USB capture card, and when I go ahead and add a source, video capture, I'm gonna go ahead and type in USB 2.0 capture card. Now, there's no real brand on this thing. It literally just says HDMI video capture on it. I can't tell you what brand to search, but USB 2.0 capture card, I'm gonna go ahead and hit OK right there. And you're gonna see I got a couple options down here. And if I scroll down, I'm gonna see USB video. And if I click on that, right there, we get our camera source. You can come in here and customize this how you want. Video format, color space, all that stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and do that just because I'm gonna go ahead and customize it. We're gonna set this to 1920 by 1080. And you're gonna see it auto selects 30 FPS. Again, that's the highest output that I can get out of this capture card. And I'm gonna scroll down here to the video format, and you're gonna see that we get MJPEG, and that's gonna be the format that is coming in through the capture card. That is the only color space available, so I'll go ahead and select that. Color space, I'm gonna go ahead and leave as 709. Color range, I'm gonna do this as full color range, so we get the full spectrum of the camera. And just like that, man, the capture card's already working. The delay is not very much. I don't think this will be something that you could really game off of. I mean, you could, and I made a tutorial about how to do that, how to game straight off of your OBS. Now, with that said, there is a little bit of a delay. So if you look at me on this little tiny screen, and then also look at when I'm like moving, you can see the delay already. And if you're playing a first-person shooter or something like that, that is not going to be enough to get you the shot that you need at the time you need. Now, I do have a solution for that. And let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. If you did want to be able to game off of this capture card and to get yourself that fast, quick action from your first-person shooter or whatever, you can go ahead and get yourself what's called an HDMI splitter. Now, this one I found on Amazon for a few dollars. I'll end up posting this down in the description as well, but you can see I got two outputs of my HDMI source that I end up inputting on this side, and that'll allow me to go ahead and take my signal from my game, plug in your input source, get yourself some power with the USB cable that comes along with it. And then on the reverse side, you have the two outputs, and on the two outputs, you would have one going into your monitor as well as the other going into the HDMI capture card that I'm trying to show you guys. So you go ahead and plug in your console into here. And from here, take an HDMI cable, plug it into this bad boy. This goes into your computer, which takes the signal into OBS or wherever you're recording to. And then the secondary output, output number 2, that would go into your gaming monitor or your TV or whatever you're trying to view on. So if you're playing a console or something like that, and you want to go ahead and get the fast-paced instant action, or maybe you're plugging in a secondary PC into this, that's how you would do that. So with these two devices right here, it's kind of all you would need to get yourself a quick and cheap, simple capture card setup that would have A, an input, or B, you know, two outputs and an input. They also sell a combination of these two, and it kind of comes in the same size of this thing, where this same company makes one very similar to this. It has an input, but it also has an output, which is called a loop through. You would plug in your HDMI input, and then out of the back here, you would plug it into your computer to get the capture, but then it also has an output of HDMI, so you can go ahead and plug that into your monitor or wherever you want to send a loop through to. So that's it. That's the easy tutorial, man. I ended up paying about $30 for this little guy, but I've seen it go on Amazon for about $13. This splitter right here, this ended up costing, I think, about $13 as well. And I'll post those in the description down below from Amazon. There'll be affiliate links, so, you know, if you do end up getting it, maybe get a little kickback, but you know, no pressure. And then I'll also link the one that is the combination of these two, that is this exact same capture card, but it has a loop through. So that's it. That's the big thing. So go check it out if you can. Hopefully this helps you out, man. Go plug in your devices and get yourself a really cheap capture card. Don't spend a bunch of money on a cam link. You don't need to spend all that money, man. So as long as you can get over the 30 FPS, you should be fine. I kind of want to review it, but also let you guys know that this thing exists, because I wish I had one of these when I first started streaming because of how cheap it is. And finding something like this for $12 to $15 to $30 is a steal, considering capture cards are normally in the hundreds. So anyways, go check it out. I'll post the links down below. If you guys like the video, give it a little thumbs up, dude. The more likes on the video, the better for me, man. It boosts the channel up a little bit more, and that gets me going, and I want to make more videos and blah blah blah. We'll keep this train going, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch me live on twitch.tv/activator Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at like 10:30 a.m. Eastern. I usually go to like 5, maybe a little extend sometimes. Anyways, check me out. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.